What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We just got the new trailer for The Suicide Squad. Of course, James Gunn's sequel slash soft reboot to the 2016 Suicide Squad film. And we've already gotten, I think, 2 trailers because we got the Red Band trailer, and then we got the, I guess you could say, more kid-friendly, although still not really kid-friendly, but Green Band trailer. And now we got this third new trailer, which I honestly think is the best. It's definitely the best by far compared to the other trailers. And also I think it may be even the final trailer, because the movie comes out August 6th, so we may get a whole another trailer by then, or most likely it's just going to be a bunch of TV spots and featurettes and all that stuff. So that's definitely really exciting. But fun fact, I'm actually making this video before the official release of the trailer, which I think is supposed to be 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because if you haven't already seen, this trailer leaked all over the place this morning in multiple spots actually, because first of all, on YouTube, some of the ads that would pop up, like when you start watching a YouTube video and like it'll play the ads before it, which you probably saw some ads before this video, some of those ads just happen to be this new Suicide Squad trailer for some people, so it already leaked that way. And then also, Warner Brothers, actually the official trailer uploaded by Warner Brothers themselves on the official Warner Brothers YouTube channel, that was marked as unlisted. So if you had the link, you could watch it, and somebody leaked the link, so I found the link, I watched it a bunch of times, and again, it was awesome. It was great, and both of them were actually, they actually had a little difference to them. So they're the same trailer, but both of them started off with one of the actors from the Suicide Squad, one of which being Margot Robbie, and the other one being Jai Courtney, where they were both like, alright, yeah, we got, we're not supposed to leak this trailer yet, but here's your exclusive first look at the Suicide Squad and all this stuff, even though it was totally, you know, that's the way it was supposed to be done with the marketing for this, but still cool. It was interesting that they had variations there. I'm excited to see if they have any other versions, if they have other actors in there, maybe even James Gunn himself, but, yeah. So now that we've seen the trailer, hopefully by the time you're seeing this video, the trailer is officially out. Hopefully you've seen it. Let me know your thoughts on the trailer in the comments below. But we gotta go ahead and break this down, because there is some pretty darn cool stuff in this trailer. First of all, which is being Bloodsport. Bloodsport is one of the new characters being introduced in this film. He's going to be one of the leaders of the Suicide Squad. He's played by Idris Elba, and this trailer started off with basically a backstory on who this character is. So the reason that he was put in prison is not because he's a criminal and he's a supervillain or anything like that. The only reason he's in there is because he shot Superman with a kryptonite bullet, which is awesome that they're bringing in Superman references here as well. And also would be awesome if we actually saw that scene. Highly doubt it, but would love to see it. And so now Amanda Waller's like, you know, you're a good, tactical, skilled person. Do you want to lead our Suicide Squad? And he's like, nah, I'm not going to join your Suicide Squad. But then it turns out they have some leverage against him, because his daughter, which you could already tell that this character is going to be very, very similar to Will Smith's Deadshot in the first film with the whole daughter relationship. But his daughter is basically being used against him, because it sounds like his daughter maybe has gotten into some shady stuff, and she's got to go to court or something like that, and now Amanda Waller is holding this against our Bloodsport character. I forgot what his actual name is. It was like something Dubois, like Richard Dubois, something like that. I don't know, but she's holding this against him so that she will join the Suicide Squad, and that's what's gonna happen here. And he really gets mad about this, though, that, like, you're using my daughter against me and all this stuff. But then she's like, if things weren't serious, then I wouldn't be going to this length. But they are, and we need you. So he officially decides to join the Suicide Squad, and also just awesome to see Amanda Waller back in action here. The Wall, she's so cool, so badass. Warner Brothers, a Warner Media company. DC, really like the way these logos look. But then we get our look at the first Suicide Squad we're seeing in this film, because yes, if you haven't already heard, there are multiple versions of the squad in this movie. This is the first one that we're going to start off at the beginning of the film, that most likely the majority of them are probably going to die. So let's see, going left to right, we got Blackguard, Mongol, Javelin, Captain Boomerang, TDK, aka the Detachable Kid, Rick Flag, and Savant. And then we get some close-ups of Flula Borg as Javelin. Really looking forward to seeing that character, even though it's not going to last long. Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang. Really hoping that he lasts. I really want him to survive. I love his character, especially in the first film. And then Pete Davidson as Blackguard. And then we get to see them in action on this first mission they're going on in this movie, where, again, most of them are probably going to die. We have Mongol here on a helicopter. This looks like it actually could be her death scene because she does not look like she's having a good time here. Savant is, something's going on with him. And then we're introduced to some other members of the Suicide Squad to kind of throw us off like who's on which team, but we already know. And this is Ratcatcher. You actually get to see her with her rat here. So she's going to be on the second iteration of the squad in this movie. Weasel is going to be part of the first version. Actually really excited for that character. And King Shark will be on the second version. Real excited for King Shark as well. I'm really excited for everybody in this movie. Harley Quinn, of course, because she's like a main character of the Suicide Squad now. And we get to see that she actually is part of both teams because she is part of this first original team. We saw this at the beginning of the very first trailer where the second version has to actually go in and rescue Harley Quinn because she's one of the only survivors. So she hops on the plane for this first mission, and Rick Flag's like, alright, okay, I guess you're on the team. And then this is honestly one of my favorite parts of the trailer where Pete Davidson's Blackguard is just like, what even is this thing? Like, what kind of dog is this thing? And then Captain Boomerang's like, what kind of dog do you think that is, mate? And yeah, he's not a dog. And then you got TDK throwing in his theory and all that stuff. Savant's just sitting there like, these fools are so stupid. And then Harley Quinn's like, maybe he's a werewolf. And then Blackguard just automatically freaks out like, you sat me down next to a werewolf? But yeah, Rick Flag clarifies like, no, he's not a werewolf. He's a weasel. He's completely harmless, except he's not because he actually killed 27 children. So not really, but still, he's cool. So ridiculous and so awesome. I'm really excited to see Weasel in this film. Most likely not going to last very long, but I'm still excited to see this guy. From the horribly beautiful mind of James Gunn. Yes, it is. So we've got the squad. Looks like they're going on some kind of hike here, going up a mountain. Very few members left of the squad. We got Ratcatcher, Rick Flag, and the Thinker. They're going on a mission, and the Thinker actually is not going to be a member of the Suicide Squad in this film. He's actually going to be another villain that they're going to intercept and kind of just bring along with them almost like as a hostage, because maybe he has some sort of connection, some sort of knowledge about our villain of this film, Starro, which I'm really excited for as well, where you can see here that looks like the Thinker is actually working with our villains here. This is this is like some kind of prince and like a general. I don't remember their names, but they're up to no good because they are working on Project Starfish. And again, you can see that the Thinker is there with them, so he is definitely evil. And Amanda Waller is filling in our team on the mission, again, Project Starfish. And just to be clear, no, that is not slang for butthole. It is just Project Starfish, obviously a reference to Starro being a giant starfish. And then we get to see King Shark in action. Harley Quinn looking awesome as always. She's just using the weapons to her advantage. The Thinker looks like this is maybe when he's first taken hostage by the Suicide Squad, because we've seen that actually the squad goes out partying or something like that. So it looks like maybe they first run into him there and maybe they can try and get some information. And then, yeah, so it looks like the bus just crashed the bus from the first trailer. We got Rick Flag, Bloodsport, and John Cena's Peacemaker. Then another great shot of the trailer is King Shark battling Starro. And I love how in this trailer you don't get a full look at Starro, so it still leaves that surprise for the film, but you do still just keep getting these closer looks and more details. Like, look at the texture on that thing. That looks absolutely disgusting, but also love me some King Shark, so I love seeing that. There's some more interrogation scene with the Thinker, and he's like, this is suicide, and Rick Flag's like, yeah, that's kind of what we do. Polka Dot Man, Harley Quinn, and Bloodsport, they're jumping to action. We saw that previously. Polka Dot Man's like, I'm a superhero, except you're not, because you're still technically a villain, although I feel like he's going to be one of those characters in this film that may even make the heroic sacrifice by the end. But I'm really excited to see David Dastmalchian as Polka Dot Man. Here's another great shot of him actually in action with his polka dots. Such an obscure, wacky character from the comics, and it's so crazy that we're actually seeing him in live action, but I'm so excited for it. Harley Quinn, a really interesting shot of her here where it looks like she's actually underwater with some of Ratcatcher's rats, and I'm not really sure what's going on here. If this is maybe they're doing something to infiltrate this palace and this tower where Starro is being held, or if this is maybe after she's been captured or something like that. I'm interested to find out, but definitely a great shot. I think that looks really cool. We got our full squad in action here. This is another shot we've seen previously, but just such a good shot. Looks like it's either raining or something like that. Then another huge reveal here when it comes to Starro is you've got all these tiny little Starros coming out of well, it looks like something. I don't really want to say it because I don't want to get demonetized, but definitely looks like something that would fit the R-ratedness of this movie on Starro. If you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. If you don't, good for you. But this is a big thing when it comes to Starro in the comics, because not only is he one giant alien starfish, but he also has these little starfish kind of clones that he actually uses to control people, because these starfish things end up on people's faces, and that is how he mind controls everybody. So I'm really excited to see this, and maybe even a bunch of our squad members at the beginning of the film that are killed, maybe they're not actually killed and they're actually just taken control of and mind controlled by Starro now, which I think would be pretty awesome. So we got our main squad, at least the core members of the Suicide Squad, taking on Starro here. Bloodsport, again, right front and center. His daughter, watching him on TV, and she's like, "That's my dad." So, yeah, again, huge references and parallels between this character and Will Smith's Deadshot in the first Suicide Squad movies. So, then another shot of Starro. Bloodsport's actually running from him. Ratcatcher and Bloodsport, you actually see that they have a nice relationship here, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you out of this," and they're like, "No, I'm gonna save you." So this is also going to be another kind of father-daughter relationship for Bloodsport in this film. So I'm interested to see if they actually do both make it out, or maybe one of them or even both of them will die. Bloodsport is shedding a tear there. Harley Quinn looks great. This is another shot we saw in the first trailer, but it's just such a good shot with all those flowers coming up all around her. Ratcatcher looks like she may actually be dying here, her last dying breath, doing some sort of heroic thing. Or maybe Bloodsport just died, and she's super upset about that. That's why she's crying. But another big reveal for Starro is you see Harley Quinn, she's running away, but then over there in the corner you see the eyeball of Starro. This is one thing we have not seen from Starro yet. We've seen his little starfish legs, his little starfish arms, but now we finally see his eye. And again, I love how they don't give us a full shot of Starro, and they're leaving that a surprise for the movie. So we get these little puzzle pieces of what his look is looking like, but you don't get the full look. You gotta wait to the movie to see that. So that's pretty awesome. And then it ends off the trailer with a nice little funny bit here where it is back on the first mission from the first trailer at the beginning, where they're going to rescue Harley Quinn. And Rick Flag's like checking in with everybody, and King Shark is just being King Shark, and he's like, "Bird." So yeah, that is the trailer. I see it in theaters and on HBO Max August 6th. I'm gonna be checking it out on HBO Max. I'm super excited for this, guys. Really excited for the Suicide Squad, our next DCEU movie. I'm so excited for this. As soon as we saw that first trailer, or like behind the scenes look and like the roll call reveal at DC Fandom last year, I was hooked. I'm so excited for this film. All these crazy, wacky, obscure villains that we're seeing in this film. Never thought we'd see characters like Polka Dot Man or Starro or Javelin or Blackguard or Weasel in live action, but it's happening. And most of them are going to die, but it's still going to be awesome, and I'm so excited for this. But guys, of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this brand new trailer for the Suicide Squad? Did you like it? How does it compare to the rest of the trailers? And are there any other little details in this trailer that I did not point out that you spotted? So let me know in the comments below. Of course, I'll see your theories and predictions for this film. Just about a month away. Super excited for this. Of course, we'll do a full spoiler review and breakdown for it when it comes out. But guys, until then, let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.